How you doing, YouTube? This is Woke Eagles Freak presented by Joseph Amon. It's good to see you guys. I'm hoping y'all been taking care of yourself. I'm hoping y'all been loving yourself. We're gonna get straight into the video. Today we're gonna talk about consistency and what it takes to be consistent and what it takes to sustain your consistency. Gonna get straight to it. So, in order to be consistent, right? And I'm saying all of this because I've experienced it through last year. 2025 was the year I learned how to be consistent. I'm not going to go too deep into all of the things it took to help me learn that lesson fully to where I committed to consistency. But to make a long story short, I can tell you adversity, trials, tests, tribulation, obstacles. When those things start to manifest in your life, don't take them as a grain of salt. Don't underestimate those circumstances, right? Elohim told us in the Bible that he will never put more on us than we can bear. He says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. It doesn't mean the weapon won't form, right? He said he won't put more on you than you can bear. That means he's gonna be putting something on you. You're gonna go through something, but it means that you're gonna be able to handle it, right? So, all of these trials, these tests, they try our faith. Your faith cannot be truly tested to where you can be counted as faithful until you're put through situations that make you question your faith. Until you're put in situations that show you how faithful you actually are, because it can be a situation where it's hard to be faithful. How can you be firm in your foundation without confrontation? That's where temptation comes in. Temptation, if you're not being tempted, that means God isn't doing anything in your life. Temptation is a direct correlation and is a direct illustration of the work that Yah is trying to do and show you in your life. Temptation shows you that God wants to elevate you. So he's tempting you. He's trying you. Will you come out as pure gold or you will come out burnt? Right? Fire can either purify you or burn you. Right? And the thing is, to be purified, you have to be burnt. So let that burning mean something. Right? This all has to do with consistency. Let that burning mean something in your life whenever you're being tried in the fire. Don't let it be for nothing. Don't walk around with scars that you didn't learn anything from. Right? Let that scar mean something to you. Let that scar show as a sign that you went through the fire and that you came out better. Right? Don't walk around even worse than what you were before you got burned. Be better. Right? So all of those things happening to me last year helped me be consistent because I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice but to be consistent because I have a wife, I have 2 kids that depend on me. My wife is a stay-at-home mom. For her to maintain that status means discipline from me. I am the head. I rule our house. It is my program. It is my program. Right? If I'm not following the program, how can I expect her to follow me? If I'm not dependable, how can I expect her to depend on me? That's why the fire is necessary. To make you dependable. Right? To make you disciplined. Right? To make you into somebody that somebody else can depend on. To make you into a man. That's what the fire is for. To try you. What is a man? Right? What is a man? A man, a real man, is somebody that can be depended on. You are not a man unless your whole ecosystem of your reality is dependent on you. I'm still growing as a man, right? You are not a man until every single thing you look at in your life is dependent on you to maintain it. That's when you're a man. You're not a man until you can hold that burden on your back for yourself and you don't need nobody to help you. I'm not saying help is bad, but as a man, you should be able to stand on your own 10 toes. Right? That's what consistency built in Joseph of mine this year. It helped me become a man. Not just in talking. You know, a lot of times we like to talk rah, rah, rah. Yeah, man, I'm this, I'm that in. You know what I'm saying? I'm that it, I'm that nig. You know what I'm saying? I'm him. No, you're not. You're not him until you prove to yourself you're him. You're not him until your life is about to crumble and you step up to make sure the foundation doesn't crumble. Yes, the house might crumble, the walls might come down, but that foundation is still going to be intact. Right? So, saying all that to say, consistency breeds that. Consistency is the seed that helps that grow, right? Consistency is what helps you look back and be like, man, I can do this. Not because it's something I never done before, not because it's something new. Not saying I can do this because that's what I'm supposed to say. I'm saying I can do this because every single thing else in my life is proof that I can do it. The vehicle I drive, the place I live in, the relationships that I have, all show me the value that I am. All of these things that I look at in my life, my system, the system that I have created, shows me the value of the type of man I am, shows me what I bring to the table. Right? That's what consistency does, because you're proving it to yourself day after week, after month, after year, minute after hour. You're constantly proving to yourself that you have what it takes. That's what consistency is. Y'all might ask, how do I be consistent? How can I finally become somebody who I can look in the mirror and be like, I am consistent now? It takes a system first. Go read Atomic Habits. It'll teach you how to build a system. Right? And, you know, your system is comprised of mainly 3 elements. I'll say 4 elements. Your system should be comprised of 4 elements, right? And like I'm saying, the system is what helps you be consistent. And you know what? I'm going to say that video for another day. How to build your system. What 4 elements you need to craft your system, right? Because your system is what will help you maintain your consistency, right? So, you know, I don't want this video to be too long. I'm already creeping up on 10 minutes. But, you know, I'll say the 4 elements that you need to be consistent, but I'll get into it on the next video, and that's how I end this one off. I'm freestyling. I'm straight up freestyling, right? So, 1, mentally, what books are you reading every single day? What are the quality of the books you're reading? Are you reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Are you reading Robert Kiyosaki? Right? Self-development books that help your mental. One book I can recommend is The Courage to Be Disliked. I can go too deep about it. But we're talking about mental, right? Mental is the first aspect that your system should be catering to. Mentally, am I growing every single day mentally? Is my consciousness expanding? Am I becoming more aware? Right? One aspect of that is mental. The second, physical. Am I working out every day? Do I have a workout plan that I do every single day? Am I doing simply 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and running every single day? You know what I'm saying? Physically, mentally, physically. That's the second part of your system, right? Third, spiritually. Am I meditating? Am I praying? Am I nurturing my relationship with the source, with Elohim, with God, with Yahuwah, right? Am I nurturing my spiritual body? Mentally and physically is what everybody sees every single day. Your mental and your physical is what's manifested through your every single day life. That's what other people are experiencing. But about your spiritual, that's what you experience. Everybody else experiences who you are mentally and who you are physically, right? But only you experience who you are spiritually. And once that experience grows and is nurtured, that's when other people can experience who you are spiritually, right? So, reading the Bible, reading whatever spiritual book you want to read. I'm not going to make you read the Bible if you don't want to read the Bible. That's what I chose. But if you want to read the Quran, if you want to read the Emerald Tablets, if you want to read whatever spiritual book you feel like is going to aid you on your ascension into higher frequencies, more power to you. Whatever helps. I read the Bible. I believe in the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? So for my spiritual growth, I read the Bible. I meditate on him. You know what I'm saying? I pray, right? I go get out in nature. I meditate in nature. I walk around with no shoes on. You know what I'm saying? I make myself available to where I came from, which is nature, which is the dirt, which is the ground. I go back to that. I plug myself back into where I came from. You can only get so far when all you doing is scrolling on Instagram all day. All you doing is scrolling on TikTok all day. You know what I'm saying? All you doing is talking about nonsense, right? Those are the things that to be consistent, you have to start weeding out. The things that don't benefit you, right? Anything that doesn't benefit you, you have to weed it out in order for you to become consistent. Anything physically that doesn't benefit me, eating the wrong things. Physically also, another thing you have to put into your system is eating right. Right? We're gonna get deeper into that on the next one. But eating right, you know what I'm saying? What am I? Am I watching porn a lot? That's for mental. And that goes for spiritual. What am I allowing into this vessel that is made in the likeness of God? Is it things that are gonna strengthen, nurture, and sustain who God wants me to be? Or are they things that are going to break down, tear up, and eliminate the things that the things that God is trying to use to help me get closer to him, right? People, conversation, that phone, right? Environments, right? All of those things need to be thought about, need to be introspectively examined, right? In order for you to build a correct system that is going to be efficient and optimal, right? What's the fourth? What's the third one? Okay, so we did mental. There's the mental aspect. There's the physical aspect. There's the spiritual aspect, and the fourth one is financial. Are you learning about money? Are you mastering money? Are you being a slave to it? Are you idolizing money, or are you making money a tool that works for you, right? I'm gonna get too deep into it, but financial literacy is something you absolutely have to have right now more than any time in the world. Going into the age of Aquarius, having financial literacy is extremely key. Going into the new world order, having financial literacy is extremely key. Going into the age of AI and technology, having financial literacy is extremely important. I cannot stress it enough. Learn about money. Learn about the stock market. Learn about the economy. Learn about the financial infrastructure of the matrix that we live in. Learn about where it came from, what it turned into and what it's now transforming into again. Digital. Right? So those are 4 aspects you absolutely have to key in on in order to build your system. Your system is made to help you be consistent. Talking about consistency, right? You have to have a system to be consistent. And your system entails what? The mental, the dimension of the mental, the dimension of your mind, the dimension of the physical realm, your body, what you see every single day, the spiritual realm, the dimension of the spirit of the unseen, and then what? Financial realm, energy. Real currency is energy. Real currency is energy. The financial system is based on energy. Real currency is energy. Money's just a tool. Remember that. So, like I'll say it again. Figure out where you want to go physically. Figure out where you want to go mentally. Figure out where you want to go spiritually. Figure out where you want to go financially. And now we can start to put together a system of different nuances and intricacies that will help us become more consistent. Right? If you don't have a system, it is 50 times harder to be consistent. It is, and what is being consistent? Consistent is just doing what you say you're going to do. I'm going to make this video about 20 minutes. I got 3 more minutes. Being consistent just means that you're a doer, not a sayer. You walk it. You walk it like you talk it. You're not just yapping stuff. You're not a capper. You're making it happen. You're manifesting your thoughts, not just saying them out so people think you're cool and people think you're so deep. No, it's not about being deep. It's about being a nigga, being somebody that makes it happen. Right? That's what it's about. Making it happen. It's not about talking the talk. It's not about posting stuff on social media so you can try to look like you're doing these things and you can try to make yourself look like you're this type of person. Show it in real life. Show it in real life. That's going to show me who you are. That's how I show myself who I am. By my real life actions. Am I doing what I say I'm going to do? Am I being consistent? What am I being consistent in? Am I being consistent in high vibrational activities that are going to help me become the best version of myself? Or am I being consistent on low vibrational activities that are making me being worse? Yes, I'm being consistent at it, but it's not helping me. Smoking, watching porn, being a slave to lust, spending money aimlessly, just spending. You don't know what, you can't even, a lot of y'all can't even look back on what y'all bought last year because you don't remember. You were just spending money. You have no idea. And I can say the same thing for myself. There was a point last year where I didn't know what I was spending my money on, and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars are just being wasted into the void that I can't get back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make that money into assets. I made it into liabilities. So now I lost it. Not to go too deep on money, but this is one thing I learned from reading the 3 books I read last year about money. Money is attracted to the person who's going to sustain it. Money is attracted to the person that is going to make it multiply. If you're not that person, money is going to leave your hands. It's going to leave your pockets. It's going to leave your bank account. Why? Because you're not a proper steward. It doesn't want to be around you. Money is energy. It doesn't want to be around somebody that doesn't know what to do with it. It's the same thing. That's why I'm saying money is energy. It's currency. Currency comes from the word current. What is a current? The amount of volume water is moving, volume and velocity and force that water is moving from one place to another place, which creates energy. Right? Your girl won't want to be around you if she can go be around somebody else who is going to treat her better, who's going to make her feel better about herself. Right? that's gonna do with her the things she want done with her. If you're not that guy, she's gonna leave you, right? It's the same thing with money. Money wants to be around people who know how to take care of it, who know how to multiply it. Women want to be around men who know how to take care of them, who know how to make them feel good about themselves, and know what they need to basically. Women want to be around somebody who knows what to do with them. I know you've heard females say, "Oh, that boy don't know what to do with me. I don't want nothing to do with him then. He don't know how to handle me." Money's the same way. If you can't handle it, it's gonna leave. If you can't handle your girl, she's gonna leave. Point blank period. If you can't handle the stress of your job, it's gonna leave you. You're gonna get fired. All of these different things come together because they're the same. They're all based on energy, right? Just made 21 minutes. I'm gonna start wrapping it up. So I'll leave it on this. Don't be consistent in things that don't serve you. Don't be consistent on things that don't please you, that don't benefit your reality, that don't benefit your higher self. If they don't benefit who you are in heaven, if they don't benefit who Elohim wants you to be, which is an abundant individual and a being that attracts abundance in every aspect, if it's not helping you do that, then you're being consistent for no reason. You're wasting time. You're wasting time, energy, and your resources. I'll leave it on that. Don't be consistent for nothing. Don't let your consistency, your time, your energy be wasted for the wrong things. Right? Let them mean something. I remember Eric Thomas, Coach Eric Thomas, out watching a video. He said, don't shed tears for no reason. Let them tears mean something. Don't be in pain for no reason. Let that pain mean something. Let that pain turn into something that's gonna help you, not hurt you. Don't let that pain turn you into somebody that's making mistakes that are gonna make more pain that's for nothing. If I'm gonna be in pain, I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna go be in pain that's gonna help me become stronger, not weaker. I'm not gonna lose my job, and instead of me going out finding another job, instead of me getting in the gym, locking in, instead of me reading books and preparing myself and showing God, I know I just lost this opportunity. I know I just lost this job. I know I just lost my girl. You know what I'm saying? I know I just lost some friends. But let what I gain be greater than what I lost. That's where consistency comes in. Show God you learned. And let your new consistency breed growth. Right? Let consistency breed growth. I'll leave it on that. Let your consistency breed growth. If it's not breeding growth, you're wasting time and you're being consistent for no reason. Right? I'll say this. If you lose a job, don't go back and smoke weed knowing that you're going to have the job that you really want requires you to not smoke weed. Stop. I'm saying this from experience. Stop. It's not worth it. Right? If you know you lost your girl because the man that she's with now is a better version of you, become a better version of yourself. Then you'll get a better girl. Right? Stop settling for less. Don't let your consistency breed less because you're going to settle for it. Right? And I'm not going to get too deep because I don't want to go on a tangent. And I go on tangents a lot. But I'll leave it at that. Let your consistency breed growth. Let your consistency breed abundance, not scarcity. Don't let the things that you're being consistent in make your life worse. Right? Don't be consistently watching porn and now you have a lust spirit on you, or now your mind is so polluted that now you can't get a better female or a female that will actually be efficient and help breed growth in your life because you're so stuck on wanting a freak. So now instead of going get this girl that isn't what you might want, she's what you need. But because you've been so consistently desiring and indulging in things that don't serve you and things that are demeaning your perspective of women, now that consistency makes you want to just settle for less. That consistency makes you want a thought. That consistency makes you want somebody who you wouldn't want to have children with. Get what I'm saying about consistency? That's an extreme case scenario, but it's real. Everything is extreme. Tell me an extreme case scenario. I'ma listen, especially if you done seen it, right? So saying all that to say, be consistent and let that consistency breed growth. Don't let the consistency be for nothing. Don't let your consistency be for nothing. I cannot stress that enough. Don't let it be for nothing. I've said it about 15 times now. Don't let your consistency be for nothing. Be consistent in things that matter, things that are going to help you grow, things that are going to bring cash to your pockets, things that are going to make you smarter, things that are going to make you stronger, things that are going to make you healthier, right? Things that are going to bring you closer to God. Be consistent in those things. Don't be consistent in things that are going to separate you from God, things that are going to make you unhealthy, things that are going to make you lose money, things that are going to make you lose attractiveness for the women that you want, right? Don't be consistent in that. Things that are going to make you dumber, things that are going to shorten your attention span. Don't be consistent in that. Things that are going to make you end up having to walk around instead of having a car. Don't be consistent in those things. Don't be consistent in doing drugs and impairing yourself. Don't be consistent in paying to be impaired. You're paying to not be at 100% whenever you pay to do drugs. You're paying somebody to help yourself not be at 100%. Being sober is a gift. I wouldn't be able to go this deep right now if I wasn't sober. I wouldn't be able to be as eloquent and articulate in what I'm telling you right now if I wasn't sober. Me personally, you might be different, bro. Different strokes for different folks. But I'm telling you what works for yourself. I'm telling you what I've been awakened to that has freed me. Woke equals free. Right? So, I love y'all. Keep taking care of yourself. I came back with another one, man. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying, man. I'm gonna keep making them, bro. I might make one more video today, and I'll try to make like 3 videos a day, 2 or 3 videos a day, right? And hopefully they're not all 28 minutes like this one is. So, love y'all. Take care of yourself. I pray and I manifest abundance on your lives. I manifest favor in your lives. I manifest blessings in your lives. I manifest the spirit of Elohim teeming inside of you to where you can feel him. Okay? Love y'all. See y'all on the next one.